one in, guys. Just like I said in my recent post, consistency. One of the most important things, getting in every single day or most days, being consistent with it. This requires discipline, gentlemen. Super important. And also that growth mindset I've talked about in previous videos. We gotta have a growth mindset at all times. That's gonna lead to greater success for everybody. First one in, guys. Talk about consistency. First one in every day. See, masculine accountability is this concept I came up with because everyone's always using this victim mentality where they're blaming everybody for their own problems or the things that have happened to them. But when you are able to be like, whoa, hold up, a lot of these things happen based on my decisions, me choosing poorly, then you're really going to be able to make the adjustments needed to reach your potential, guys. The best things in life you have to fight for. Scare the shit out of me. We need to understand that the best things in life you gotta fight for. They don't just come to you. When you're always shifting the blame to other people and putting the blame on others, that's really when you're gonna get in trouble, because you're putting yourself in that victim mentality immediately, which is not good for growth. And that's gonna leave you stagnant in the same place you've been at, instead of owning up to your problems and then making changes to them so you can improve and get better. But do you guys understand the concept I'm putting out there? Like in my previous video of masculine accountability, I talked about how Tom Brady, who's the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? He would, even during a loss, he would take accountability for his own actions. Even though it's a team sport, he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna own up to this. This was on me. Even though there's way more people involved. But that's just the concept I'm trying to get you guys to understand, that when you're accountable to your own actions, you're able to get to a place where you wanted to go. But you have to recognize and not put the blame off to other people. You know, just like how David Goggins says, you look in the accountability mirror and you gotta hold yourself to that standard. You gotta hold yourself accountable for what you've been through in your life and the things you've done to put yourself in the situation you're in. Stop making excuses. We got to stop making excuses and start creating solutions. And once we're able to do that, that's when we're going to start making the real progress that I talk about in these videos. Just like how Gary Vee says, you guys have to own your shit. You got to own up to your mistakes and not be putting them on other people. Because once you own up to what you've been through and mistakes you've made, you're going to be able to start making steps to fix them and start making steps to grow, instead of using victim mentality, which is like, all these things have been done to me, poor me. Really, that type of thinking really stagnates your growth. A lot of us lie to ourselves, and we can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be holding ourselves to a certain standard. It's easy, guys, to put the blame off to other people. It really is. But true strength is when you look yourself in the mirror and you say, all right, I didn't do what I wanted to do today. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to do today. That's on me. But I gotta be better. I have to be better. A lot of us are stuck in this victim mentality that really doesn't get us anywhere. But when you understand that I'm tired of this, I'm not gonna live in victim mentality anymore, and I'm gonna be accountable to my actions, that's when the true progress is gonna start for you guys. So right now I'm going for a little walk while I talk to you guys. you guys are joining me for my hike slash walk. And holding yourself accountable doesn't just mean all the mistakes you've made in life. Also, holding yourself accountable with your diet and your exercise. Putting these things off is really gonna be unhelpful at all. We need to be able to step up to the plate and not put these things off, like our diet and our exercise. And that's when we're gonna see ourselves getting better each and every day. So I really wanted to give you guys a background of who I am. So I am a year away from going to graduate school. I was pursuing a dual degree. I wanted to get Juris Doctor / Master of Public Policy. Before I do that though, I really started to blow up on YouTube. So I really want to take advantage of that because I want to open my own coaching service. And then once the channels are successful, I want to invest my money. And you know, guys, everyone always has something to say, but the real person who's getting stuff done keeps his head down and just grinds. I really think it's funny when people try to like comment on your video when they don't have anything going on in their lives, that they're sitting down and watching your video on YouTube, and they like to try and be trolls. And what they don't realize is, you see, they're seeing from their perspective, their shitty life, and they're trying to project their negativity onto you. For example, this one comment was like, this girl was like, oh, it's easy to work out when you don't do anything all day. Lady, I'm going to graduate school in a year and I work full time. So for you to say that just shows you don't know what you're talking about whatsoever. For you to actually comment on my video negatively just shows how pathetic your life is, that you have nothing better to do but comment on my video negatively. Like, get that negative shit out of here. No one cares. No one wants any part of it. This is what people who have nothing going on in their lives will do, guys. They will try to put you down and hurt you just so they can feel better about themselves. But when you're able to be like, brush that shit off your shoulder and laugh at them, this lady's like, oh, easy to go to the gym every day when you don't do nothing all day. Lady, I'm going to school full time. I'm about to be in graduate school. And then I'm working full time. And then I'm doing this YouTube. Got multiple things going on. But her brain was like, oh, it's easy to do that. It's easy to go do that when you have nothing going on. Lady, you have nothing going on. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's pretty pathetic you had to comment on my video to express your unhappiness in life. When people are miserable in life, misery loves company. And they're gonna try and get you miserable because they're unhappy with their lives. But you know what really gets them? When you laugh at their comments, like I do. It's funny, guys. You gotta brush that shit off your shoulder because they are nobodies. You are somebody to, like in your life, you are somebody. And you gotta be your own biggest fan. Because there's gonna be all these doubters and haters who are gonna try to stop you because they're so miserable with their lives. But you can't let them, guys. You gotta use it as fuel because that will get them even more unhappy. You succeeding and showing them that their comment didn't do shit to you. So now I could have let that comment that lady said hurt me, or I could just brush it off my shoulder and laugh at it because, I mean, who the hell is she? That's the funny thing about people who have nothing going on in their lives. They like to talk a lot. But you're gonna see how crucial it is to letting those things fly over your head because they're nobody. It's not like they're anyone important or anything like that. They're just some person who wants some attention. So they're gonna try and insult you, put you down. And the sad thing is, if I leave the comment up, she's gonna get roasted by all my subscribers. So I don't wanna do that because I don't wanna even feed into their negativity because I don't care at all. Got my own shit going on. I'm chasing greatness and I don't have time to be replying to some negative ass troll comment. And you gotta be like that in life too. Like if someone's rude to you in person, You just gotta maintain your frame and be like, the fuck is wrong with that person? Like, they obviously have no manners and don't know how to treat people. So, super crucial to remembering that, guys. I really want us to get into the concept of using people's negativity as fuel. Because then, when you make it to a certain height and they're still where they are, you can just laugh at them and be like, told you so. So this is another part of masculine accountability. Owning up to your shit and then taking steps to grow and get better daily. So yeah, this is why I'm always talking about getting some time to take for yourself, like a walk or a hike, and just having like 20 minutes to relax, like I'm walking and just thinking at the same time. And I don't want anyone calling me or anyone texting me. I'm just thinking, basically. You always are gonna have to be the most positive person, okay? In life, you always have to have offensive positivity, like I talk about in my previous videos. You have to be on offense with your positivity because the world's so negative and all these people are trying to project their negativity onto you. And you just gotta be like, get that shit the hell away from me. I'm focused on me, I'm focused on growing, and I need to stay as positive as possible. And this is why when you're on the offense with your positivity, you're truly gonna see huge amounts of growth. And this is why I always talk about stop looking for your value outside of yourself. You have to look inside for your value, self-validate, and not be looking to external sources, which a lot of us do. We're like addicted to other people's opinions of us and addicted to other people's approval when they don't mean anything. And what we need to do is start looking and doing the opposite of that, and only caring about what we think and self-validating. Getting validation from ourselves, from our business, from our work, not from other people's opinions, other people's approval. People who you don't even know, and you are like addicted to their approval for some reason. This is not just a few people, this is a lot of people. Women especially, women, they seem to think that their worth is from external sources, external validation. And for men, it's the opposite. They get their validation from the inside. But the world's messed up right now, and a lot of people think that other people's approval means jack shit. They think it means something more than it does. But in reality, it means jack shit. What matters is what you believe on the inside and what you think about yourself. We really have to be monitoring our self-talk. A lot of us have this negative self-talk about ourselves. We really shit on ourselves, are really, really hard on ourselves. So, for example, if you make a mistake, you just constantly replay it in your head instead of just being like, okay, I own up to it, then forget about it. You don't have to keep putting yourself down for it, which a lot of us do. When you're constantly super negative to yourself, what the things you think about actually have an impact on you. If you're constantly bashing yourself, constantly speaking to yourself in a terrible way, like how much you hate yourself or how much you hate your life, you're just gonna be unhappy all the time, because to be happy, you gotta do the opposite of that. You gotta be like constantly talking to yourself about how great you're doing and how much you love yourself and how much things, they're bad right now, but they can get so much better if you put in the work. And when you're constantly bombarding yourself with these negative thoughts, it's not gonna lead anywhere good for you. I would know, because I used to be so hard on myself growing up due to being bullied for being fat. So I was always super, super hard on myself. When you're living like that, you're not gonna really see any growth. And you own up to the fact that you've made some mistakes, but you can get better. Maybe you've talked terrible to yourself in the past, had really negative self-talk in the past, but you can do so much better. Your life will change when you start treating yourself like that. Like you start loving yourself, really monitoring your self-talk. And that's what my next video is gonna be about, is monitoring your self-talk, not being so hard on yourself. Because a lot of us don't realize that things we think about, they have actual effect on who we are and how we go about our life. When you stop putting yourself down constantly and start owning up to your mistakes, you're really gonna see progress. Like imagine you start your day off and you're super negative from the start. You're like, I hate my life. Nothing goes right. I'll never be anything. Then you wake up one day like that. Your whole day is terrible. Your whole day is negative. But then if you wake up the opposite, which a lot of us are victim to this. We do this thing because times are tough right now. People are lonely. We do this thing where we put ourselves in like a terrible spot right off the bat. But when you wake up, on the other hand, you wake up another day and you're like, today's gonna be a great day. Feeling great today, guys. You're enthusiastic to get another day started. You talk to yourself with self-love instead of hating yourself. This is all gonna be so essential to your growth. Because when you can start off the day positive and excited to get the day going instead of negative and dark and bleak, you're really gonna see so much beneficial results. Because when you start off positive, which is hard for me because I was bullied a lot as a kid for being fat. So my default setting is super negative in the morning, super mean. Cause like I'm already on defense when I wake up. That's what happens when you get bullied a lot for being fat. You like automatically hate yourself. But I force myself to be positive and switch out of that negativity. I force myself, and that's what you guys need to do. You force yourself to be positive and start the day off right instead of using your default setting of insecure, unhappy, miserable. Change your default setting, ladies and gentlemen. Change it to happy, excited to start the day, abundant. Imagine how much better your day will be when you start off like, today's gonna be a great day today. I'm gonna get so many things done today. I'm gonna achieve all my goals. You're gonna start making strides, guys, when you start doing that. It's easy to wake up negative and be a dickhead, but to actually control your emotions and force yourself to be positive, that's true inner strength. All right, guys, let's get after it today. I love you, and be grateful for the little things.